Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Final Fantasy Tactics. Alright, so a lot of things have changed. I am now floating at level 35, not level 30, and you might notice some new monsters added to the roster. I went ahead and took advantage of having, what's it called? Invitation and Monster Talk, which gives me a small chance to invite enemies to join your party. So it was about a 20% chance, so it wasn't too bad to get it to work. And what I did is I invited some lower level monsters, not these guys. I recruited things like floaty, I think they're called floaty balls or whatever they're called, the initial blue little eyeball things that we fought before. And also I invited I think it was called a treant, which was like a purplish version of this person here, this monster here. You also notice I don't have my other two Chocobo anymore. What I went ahead and did is there's a ability that thieves get called Secret Hunt, where if you beat a monster, you can take its fur to a fur shop. And there's a fur shop at Dorder Trade City, and one at pretty much any place that says Trade City, I believe, has a fur shop. And the way it works is every time you kill a monster with Secret Hunt equipped, it will say you got its hide or whatever, and it'll make the body go away. So there won't be any body. You just instantly kill them and they're gone. And when you go to the fur shop, you'll get an item. There'll be an item in stock. It'll be one item per hide. So, for example, if I killed a red Chocobo, and yeah, if I killed a red Chocobo with Secret Hunt, there's a chance I can go to the first shop and I can get an item. And now that there are two drops from hides for each monster. One's a common drop, and then there's a rare drop. The rare drop has a 10% chance of proccing. The percentage is rolled the moment you kill the monster with Secret Hunt. So if you want to do any saves coming, you need to do it before you kill the monster. And then the only way to figure out what item you're going to get is by going straight to the fur shop and looking at the guy's stock. Now, what I'm trying to explain very slowly is some items in the game can only be found through Secret Hunt. And for the most part, a lot of the Secret Hunt items are useless and can be found, either they can be found or they're just useless in general. But some of the higher tier monsters, like this Plague here and this Taiju, their rare drops could be things that you can't get anywhere else in the game. So, problem with this is a lot of these monsters like the Plague and the Taiju aren't found normally in the game. If you're going to find them, you're pretty much looking at super end tier stuff in the game, where you're like going to the deep dungeons to fight these things. But you can do something to kind of make sure where you can get these monsters a little bit sooner, and that's by taking advantage of the fact that these monsters lay eggs. The way it works is there's 3 tiers of monsters. Like for example, for Chocobos, there's Chocobo, Black Chocobo, and then Red Chocobo. Red Chocobo being the highest tier. Now, the first tier, like the Chocobo, can only lay eggs that hatch into Chocobos and Black Chocobos. But once you get Black Chocobos can lay eggs for any type of monster. So it's possible to get a Red Chocobo eventually through, for example, if this Chocobo laid an egg and it became a Black Chocobo, you can use the egg that you get from the Black Chocobo to possibly get a Red Chocobo. So that's what I did. I used got a floaty ball, or whatever it's called, and gradually cycle time by going between 2 points that have no combats, such as these 2 points here. Because the eggs are laid and hatched over time, so just keep going back and forth until you get the creature you want. So eventually I did that. I did that to get red Chocobos, which I used Secret Hunt to go ahead and pick up a few of these Barettes. So now I have 3 Barettes, which can prevent a lot of stats effects at the cost of HP and MP. So that's cool. Now, that was from the red Chocobo. What I got from the Taiju are defenders. This is a Knight Sword. Wild Steel Night Sword, rounded tip on the grip, has 16 attack power, 60% evasion, and it's classified as a Night Sword. The only people that can use Night Swords are Knights, Ramza as a Squire, and pretty much base classes like Holy Knights. So these are really good items, really good weapons. The catch is, Night Swords their damage formula relies on Brave. So Ramza's really high Brave ensures that you can do a lot of damage. But if you have really low Brave, it's possible to have the strongest sword in the game and it actually does less damage than normal weapons. Which is pretty neat. Anyway, so I got a bunch of defenders. I went and got a few extra as well, just in case I get weapon braked. I also went ahead and swapped over to a bracer, which I bought, which gives +3 physical. So Ramza hits like a truck now. It's even harder than usual. Now, these plagues here get you another item that you can't get anywhere else in the game. Zorlin Shapes. This is the strongest dagger in the game, which is not saying much, but quite frankly I needed the upgrade because Vine's damage was really falling behind. So it's the strongest dagger in the game. You can only get it through Secret Hunt from a plague. And 12 attack power, has a chance of causing sleep. So with 2 attacks, it's a pretty good chance it'll cause sleep. Though I think it's possible for you to cancel your own sleep by sleeping with the first attack and then hitting him again. I'm not entirely certain. But there you go, so we got those items. Also, we did get a few other items. Going back into the stores here, I found out that you can actually buy new items. So we now have Morning Stars, which are the next tier of Hammer, which now makes Rale do either a whole ton of damage or very little damage. Usually he does pretty good damage. And I think that's everything. Oh, you can buy Platinum Swords as well, which I went ahead and bought a few. But since I was grinding, I went ahead and got the Defender, so I don't really need the Platinum Swords anymore. Also, I think I had a few new daggers, but I have Zorlin Shapes now, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Now, as for a request for what changes needed to be made, I didn't really get too many. Rale wanted to go ahead and stop with his talk skill because it wasn't being used that much during combat. It's good for, like, you know, invitation and for, like, you know, getting up your brave or adjusting your brave and faith. But in combat, it wasn't that useful. So he wanted to be a bard. So to become a bard, let's go ahead and talk about this class. Sorry, this is gonna be a lot of talking, guys, if you hadn't guessed already. Anyway, bard. A warrior who can who uses his voice as a weapon, can sing songs that protect allies. Requires level 4 summoner, level 4 mediator. For the most part, all I really needed to do was get a level of time mage, and then all the rest of the accumulated job points from the other characters kind of sent me straight into bard. Now, with bards, they sing songs. The way it works is you'll start singing a song, and then every time their speed counter comes up, that song will proc, and it will affect all your allies. Songs affect all allies, while dances, which is for the female class, affects all enemies. So this is the more defensive class of the two. And you got things like restores a little bit of HP and restores MP to everybody, restores a little bit of HP to everybody. These two are based off magic attack, and then the rest of these have about a 50% chance of proccing. Like the cheer song, which will have a 50% chance of increasing your speed by 1 point. Battle, which increases physical attack. Magic, which increases magic attack. And then you have Nameless Song, which gives you a random status, random buff. And then Last Song, which gives I think like a 50% chance of getting your CT to 100 automatically. You also get MA save, which is just like speed save, except it gives you magic attack power. You got Face Up, which has a chance of, whenever you get hit with magic, there's a chance that your faith will go up. Kinda useful. And then you have 2 movement abilities. The Bard gets the better of the 2 movement abilities, unfortunately. Dancers get Jump +3, which is useless, but Bards get Move +3, which is the highest movement in the game. They also get access to Fly, which is very similar to Ignore Height, except you can also fly over obstacles. So, kinda useful. I went ahead and got him Move +3, so now he has 7 movement, which means his throw range is 7, and he has all the songs. So, Rale has an opportunity to be like on defensive rather than just charging headfirst in the combat like I usually do. Hitting level 5 did boost my speed a little bit. Vine and Rale are currently tied for the same speed of 10, and Ramza is now at 8 speed finally. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else to point out. Everyone's a master of their primary class now, so even Ramza is now a master knight. So, good stuff there. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and just save, because I'm compulsive like this. Something to talk about, one thing about the secret hunt, though, is the items that spawn, you do have to buy them. So, Defenders cost 20k each, so it's rather expensive. Barettes cost 10k, and the Zorlin Shapes cost about 8k each. Pretty expensive. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and go to Revain's castle. I'm just going to skip all the dialogue because we've already gone through it, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you the, I guess, the changes. Not a big deal. One thing I did do is I kind of lowered Vine's bravery using Rale's talk skills. I've been kind of doing that slowly. It's actually a lot easier to lower it than to increase it. And the reason I'm doing that is because move find item, to get the rare item, it's based off a inverse check of your bravery. So the lower your brave is, the higher the chance you'll get a rare item. I'm kind of doing that because I'm going to try to get some really mysterious items that I usually don't bother getting. At this point in the game, you can actually get some pretty good stuff using Secret Hunt, as I pointed out, as long as you're willing to take the time to breed the monsters. You can actually get some of the strongest spears in the game already, like the Holy Lance, or the Dragon Whisker. This will get a little bit... I'll be able to do a little bit more of this once I get to the final chapter. Or just chapter 4, actually. Chapter 4 might get me a bit further. So I intend on going for the strongest hammer in the game, which I hopefully will be able to do at about chapter 5, maybe. Or maybe it was chapter 4, I don't remember. But in any case, I'll be able to hopefully have the scorpion tail by then, and then I'll just be sticking with hammers from now on. I do like the random damage that the hammers seem to do, so they're kind of amusing. It just really sucks if you do like 12 damage. Sure, we'll save. We're gonna go ahead and overwrite this save, because, quite frankly, screw that save. Oh, one other change, I did get Ramza, as I promised. I got him HP restore. Now I'm kind of flipped between doing either HP restore or weapon guard, because I have 2 defenders now. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with HP restore. I don't think there's anything I need to adjust. I did get a small request to try to make Monty as fast as possible, but I'm probably going to do that a little bit later. He wanted to see if he can get his speed up to Rale speed, which I might be able to pull off. Actually, yes, I can pull it off. I can do it with a green beret and a sprint shield, but that will drop his magic attack, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Anywho. Oh, one other thing, I did get Monty move +2, so he's caught up in that too. Alright, let's do this. So right now, our less mobile character is Ramza. He can only move 5, I believe, since I took off the red shoes for a bracer, but that's okay. Anywho, let's go ahead and put you together. This fight will be a lot easier now, especially since I'm not going to be wasting time trying to steal items I don't need. Sheesh, you got a lot of HP. I guess Platina Armor would do that. That's okay. Throw this. Let's go ahead and show off Sing. We're gonna do Cheer Song. So he's just gonna sit there charging. Unlike magic, where you just charge up, cast a spell, and it's over, singing and dancing will continue over and over again. So it's actually possible with some, at least in the patched version, it was possible to get multiple song or song and dance procs if they were short enough before you even got your next action. That was pretty neat. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try attacking this guy, even though he's got a shield. 192 damage. Take the risk, why not? Got it. Okay, one down. And I'm just gonna do Elemental. I was tempted to do Holy, but I'm gonna get pelted with arrows soon, so... Oh wow. It is considered charging while you're singing, so you do take a little extra damage. You also have no evasion while you're doing it. Oh yeah, I forgot to get her gear. I was gonna try to get her more gear to see if that would help for a future fight, but... whatever. Cheer Song. There you go. Sage's speed increased, Rale speed increased, Vine speed increased. So all of them have +1 speed now. So 11 speed and 9 speed. Speed is one of the most powerful stats in the game, so being able to increase or decrease it can have a nasty effect. Now it's pretty cute. I honestly don't think I can actually deal with your stupid evasion. Oh, I can attack from behind. Never mind. And you're slumped. Yeah, Vine's damage actually got a nice boost. These don't exactly get very much physical attack power, so it's really reliant on their daggers, and there's not very many good daggers in this game. Oh wow, got Innocent, so not gonna be using magic on him anytime soon. That's okay. I have a lot more MP now, so I can actually afford using this magic. Goodbye, Malik. I'll make the guest go away as well. Oh yeah, that's right, I have innocent innocent effect, which essentially makes your faith 0 if you didn't remember. Petrified. Cheer song again. Sage and speed, Vine speed, Montezuma speed. So in like longer fights, if you just have a bard just constantly singing and a dancer constantly dancing, you can just really mess with the battlefield, to say the least. Ouch. Monty's so freaking lucky. Major overkill. Cheer song again. And more speed. Sage and Monty. So now Sajin has 11 speed. Isn't that amazing? I don't think I have enough for another one. No, I don't. Just get in place. Also, since my speed is increasing, it does actually increase my throw damage a little bit. Oh wow, elemental. Congratulations, you killed somebody. Damn bad compat with this guy, apparently. Is it really? Yep, it's bad compat. Cheers on. Also, due to how singing and dancing just constantly go off over and over again, it's a very easy way to get experience and job points. HP. That little pop-up is just letting you know if you take an action, it's going to cancel your singing or performing. That's okay. Good news is we actually have a method of restoring our MP finally. Which is good, because I didn't really want to rely on item anyway. Elf Mantle, a bunch of junk that I will not use. Yeah, Sajin still has 86 faith. I didn't bother dropping it. Mainly because I don't actually have the skill to drop it yet. Because that would require me to become a mediator again, or require Rale to become a mediator again. Not a big deal. I think this video has gone on pretty long, so I apologize. I've already read all this dialogue, so you can watch a previous part where I'm failing to see if you want to hear me say all these words. Okay, we'll go ahead and save. Okay, and I'll call this a video. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Final Fantasy Tactics. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.